Thank you. Good afternoon. And truly, God bless America.
Amen.
And the spacious skies in an amazing place that God has given us such abundance. At this time, when we gather together to celebrate Memorial Day across our nation, we're going to see some very impressive ceremonies. We've got a major ceremony at J Bear tomorrow. We have the rededication on the park strip. But there is nothing more special, more personal, more intimate, in my view, than when we gather here at this memorial, led in by a band of brothers and women who stand by them, who are probably the strongest and keenest patriots one could ever wish to meet. And I not only feel the patriotism, I feel a love when I am surrounded by these men and women. Who else would give up their seat on the bike, put a leather jacket on me, let me come in carrying that flag? Havoc, Wayne, I can't even begin to go down the list. Those of you who have made this gathering every year so special to so many, thank you for what you do and the reasons why you do it. I've stood before you here for many years at this same ceremony. I said, you come out here and you don't have the TV cameras, you don't have the big promotion. You have people here who are gathered for the pure love and spirit to honor those who have served our country, plain and simple, who drive a couple 100 miles to gather together to show their support and love and to come together to remember. Memorial Day is about memories. It's about remembrance of those who have served. And so when we come here, we listen to one another. We don't talk at one another or talk to you. It is gathering together to listen and to remember. And this year there's so much to remember. Just a couple weeks ago, we had the terrible tragedy out in Tanana where Sergeant Scott Johnson and Gabe Rich, beautiful men, both troopers who had served us in this state, lost their lives in a horribly tragic way. Sergeant Johnson was the trooper's trooper. He was a hunter, he was a family man, he was as good as they get. Gabe Rich was just starting out his career. In fact, was just literally hours away from marrying the love of his life. He's gone, both of them gone. And then our veterans that we have lost. Staff Sergeant Zachary Furlan, who is an Army forward observer, served in Afghanistan, Purple Heart, family man, 3 boys, 27 years old, loses his life in April. I know many of you rode on that memorial cruise to honor him and his short life as you went down the Seward Highway. And then there's Joker. And as we listened to Joker reciting his words, the words that flowed from his heart when he paid tribute to all those who served, reading his poem Emotions in front of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. He had told me, he says, Lisa, there's one thing that I have to do. I want to be able to read this poem so that our veterans can hear it. I want to be back in Washington. And we made that happen. And as I listened to his words just now, I could feel the sunshine that shone down on us as we gathered to listen. You heard in the recording the overhead of the planes as they were flying. And I could almost feel Joker's big, warm arms as he embraced us, as I know so many in this gatherings have been embraced. And he didn't let you go. He just kept you in that big, beautiful hug. Joker was an amazing man. He was a Renaissance man. You learn so much about somebody after they're gone, but he was involved in the Italian club. He knew about gems. He was born in Manhattan, raised in Montana, and died as an Alaskan to the very, very core. We all know about his service to our country in the Air Force, in the Navy, in the Alaska Army Guard, 23 years of service, true patriot. And the fact that he was a poet, I think, surprised some. But it's not surprising, because when someone speaks from the heart, as Joker did, when they live their lives as Joker did, it's all poetry. Joker not only made his country better, Joker made each of us better. And I'd like to close with just a few lines again from Joker's poem, Emotions. "'Tis a righteous thing to bow one's head in tribute to our veteran dead. And whence comes our time, both yours and mine, let us hope that those we leave behind will brave the way with the same devotion to salute our veterans through heartfelt emotions." Joker, we know you're here. We can feel you here. And thank God for you, for all our veterans, for all who serve. God bless America.